What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday. Spy. Well, unfortunately, the Spy looking like we were gonna have a nice little gap up here. Looks like we were starting to fail and head down towards the lows here again. Not looking forward to that, but I do have some good stocks that I am paying attention to here. 3 gaps going on right now, and then the rest of the FANG stocks. Charted them a little bit better this time, so I'm a little more aware of what to do and what not to do. I guess it'd be more what not to do. But General Mills here looking like it's going to be a pretty good trade, especially to the long side. It's been downtrending for quite some time. Just kind of seeing a big squeeze here. So definitely could keep pushing that to the long side. Just got to see what happens. So far, absolutely nothing. I don't know what's going on here. There's no volume or anything. FANG stocks are dropping, SPY's dropping. Facebook the only one that's moving up at the moment. Alright, well, I can't really do anything about this. So that's a 30-cent spread too. TLRY might look like it'd be a good setup here. What is this? 82, and it's moving higher. So there is going to be room for a little bit of a move here if it wants to do something. The spread's going to have to be really big here. Let's see, 30 might have to be all I want to risk. Alright, volume came into General Mills finally, and it just blew up. Had something going on there at 39 for a second. It must have been 38.80 maybe. Either way, it's making a move now. SPY's also pulling up. That's a nice candle. A lot of good potential opening ranges setting up right now. GIS might be one of them. Seeing some really big green candles. Start the day here. Well, I really like General Mills to the upside, but I did not expect 1.5 in the first 5 minutes. Tesla's up 3 points. pullback here. Not a bad thing. Let's see, if I want to get long this stock, then I'm gonna have to take about... Jeez, it is already so far from view at. Don't do it yet. Nope, just not fast enough. Again, same situation with this one. My risk is just big. It's time to get rid of the pre-market charts here. It's getting a little messy. Apple could be a really good short here if we want to make another pop-up above. If we want to make another pop-up above here. Don't think I'm getting it. Nvidia could have been a decent bounce there. Baba so far is being a decent bounce here. Stop loss 140 depending on what it does right now. Nope. It's giving me a stop loss though. We'll see what happens here in the next second. Yeah, if we want to get back to 85 here. I don't know. These moving averages just kind of kill it for me too. Just don't think I want it enough. I'm not seeing exactly what I want to see anyway. That's more what I want to see. No, that doesn't look good. It is coming back. I'm not thrilled with it though. That is definitely not in play. These are the other ones that I was looking at, but I just didn't get a chance to chart. FTX. MU's coming up to 32 here. There might be a trap trader situation up here. We'll see what happens if it wants to make a break. I can definitely get really big here too. MU's not much of a mover. Everything's a little weird right now at the moment. Big seller there at 14. No, that's definitely not good enough. Tesla's coming back to view app right now. And it's at a whole number. But it's really getting squeezed in between the moving averages. Yesterday's close. I don't know. This one could be alright. We'll see what happens here. Definitely not 500. I'm going to have to stick with 70, and I'm probably going to have to stick with that too. So far, we got a high of 30. $40 now. Oh, nope, now we're squeezing higher. Seeing a lot of stocks trade around view app right now, but none of them are really bouncing or anything. BABA can't seem to make up its mind here. I think I do like it for a long more than a short. Just had some big volume here. Might see what happens on a retest right now. Stop loss 69. I don't want to see it take off. Definitely breaking out of a triangle right now. SPY's moving up here. It's pushing a new high day. Well, that ain't looking too good. Because now it's kind of looking like BABA wants to be a short. Because we just had a chance here on good volume to make a little break here. But I can't say the trade's over yet to the long side. I think there could still be a good long in here. Because we didn't quite reach as high as these past candles yet either. I'm going to have to use lower size because I don't think I'm going to be able to get an entry on this that I want. But I'm not seeing anything on the tape yet. It is pretty slow, but I don't think slow's enough. That's pretty good looking. Oh, I missed it. I'm taking this. And I am changing my stop loss to 75. I don't like that. Man. Yeah, I guess it wanted to be a short. I don't know, I saw it on the tape popping back up. SPY was popping up too, so I mean that was just the end of the trade there. But now it's kind of faking out, breaking down lower. I don't think I have a trade here. I don't think I want to have a trade here. know. I don't know what to make of that. I mean, it closed back in the triangle and it wants to make another breakdown. I don't know. I think I just need to leave it. I think I like Tesla more anyway. I'm only gonna be able to go 100. But so far I like what it's doing here. But I most definitely missed my chance for a good entry. Look at that volume. Yeah, Bob broke down again and again closed all the way back above VWAP. Nope, missed my spot on Tesla. Again, it's like the 5th trade in a row that I've missed on Tesla here. That's really nice looking. SPY's been moving up this whole time, but Nvidia just does not want to. I really don't want to see it break now. I want to see it come in for a retest again here. We'll see what happens. If it wants to come back to VWAP, I'll definitely get short this again. Nope, definitely not. That already made its breakdown. Now if it comes back, it's just not as good. There's nothing there either. Alright. Turn back if I see something. I'm looking at GIS here. So originally I thought it was going to be a good long for the day, but it's just not setting up that way. So right now I think what we might be getting here is one final VWAP test before this thing really starts failing and wants to head lower again. But I really want to see it get up there first. I can get pretty big. Stop loss might be something like, I should probably make it just above this. 4.5. Because I mean the SPY has just been on a tear, moving straight up. The General Mills has done nothing. If overall market's really strong and your stock is not, then your stock is weak. I don't know, that might be the only test I get. Well, I definitely don't want to see a breakdown here and then it come back up. Well, if it comes back, I'll turn it back. Okay, still looking at a short here on General Mills. I think the reason that we're having issues here is because this is the SPY. I mean, what is that? What is this? That's huge. That is mountainous. So I'm thinking once the SPY finally starts turning here, we can definitely get some downside action on General Mills. But I still want to see General Mills pull some kind of trigger for me. I need to see some kind of failure. We just tested above the moving averages in the whole number. But I mean, we still got this trend line here and the most recent lower high that it's been making. So I want to see it get up to at least the 10s. Thought Jitter Mills would be pretty strong, but so far we really aren't. And the SPY's making a new high a day almost now. Alright, I'll come back if it does something. Okay, I'm looking at Tesla here. The market's been running up this entire time, and Tesla looks like it's starting to fail, getting right underneath the UAP. Right now is where I want to see something. I want to see it retest this whole number up here. If I can, I'm going to try and take 150. We'll see what happens. Just need to see the test first, because the SPY is getting ready to turn around and start retracing this giant move that it just made up. And I have a feeling I could definitely drag a ton of things with it, but I need to see something first. I think that'll do it. Nothing super spectacular though. I'm just trying to see anything on the tape, and I'm really not seeing too much. Nope. This is still fine though. I am going to have to only take 100 shares. That's too much now. Oh my god, Baba. Baba came back and it retested higher. Damn, dude. Missed it again. Oh. 76, 77. Nope, I need 50s. I need 50s. Come on, man. Tesla's ended up grinding higher, so it didn't want to move lower, I guess. Nothing. Alright, I'm looking at the SPY here. I'm starting to think that this could be a pretty good short situation. If it wants to get above this 10, fails, starts moving back underneath the 10. Though it might be a little too early, because I'm still looking at these moving averages, and these things are still catching up to price. But overall, you know, lower high, possibly lower high again right here. That's what it's kind of looking like. Yeah, this 30 is pretty big. The tick charts are also making lows every time here. They're not reaching higher highs. So I think each one of these pushes is getting weaker and weaker. And it's starting to turn around here. Well then. One final failed push higher. I'd like to see what it does here at this 10 again. Alright, I'm in on this. I like this candle. Stop loss will be... I should probably make it high a day, because I should give it enough space to move here. Because it might want to keep just moving sideways for a little bit before it actually finally breaks down. But, geez, I mean, it's got so much space in here. Under 90s is going to be the big part. Because, clearly, there's been pretty good support for a while now. Honestly, I'd like to see this thing back at VWAP, but I think I'm gonna start covering. Jeez. Yeah, I think 70s would be the right spot to do it. So far, that's not good. Yeah, that makes me want to put my stop loss right at about there. So I'm not risking high day anymore, because now we just decided to break down. And it's getting bought back up here. Come on, dude. Seeing tons of red up here. It's kind of my trap trader scenario. I mean, but now it's like actually starting to hold this, so I don't. It doesn't seem like a good short anymore. Apparently moving averages is too strong for it. Little fake push lower, bought straight back up. Attempted new high a day, failed new high a day. I still think there could be a short in here, just not yet. Alright, Facebook is looking pretty interesting here. Just caught it as it was breaking down here, but SPY's been making new highs and Facebook has just been dropping this entire time, so super weak right now. We're just kind of coming back for a little retest here. This 143 seems to be holding strong, but you know, the more and more we keep retesting it and wanting to look like we want to break it, the better chance we actually have of going lower. But I need to see a test first. I need to see something. I need to be able to get a better entry on this. I'd like to see in the 40s. 40s come back underneath into the 30s, the 20s actually. I could probably get, yeah, I can probably get pretty big here. I need to see it. The SPY will just not give up right now. High 30s or 40s, entry back in the 20s. That might have been it. That might be all I got. See, this did break underneath this candle here too. This just seems to be getting tighter and tighter right now. I might actually just take a super small starter here and add into this. We'll see what happens right here. It keeps dropping, but there's really nothing. There's no action taking place. Is that hidden buyer at 9? Yes, I do believe it is. Not there anymore, is he? The SPY just... Come on, man. It is just grinding at high of day right now, and it just can't choose. SPY's pushing up here, making a new high day. Facebook not reacting. I'm taking a small starter here. We're gonna see what happens with it. I will add more into it. Or not. And SPY's turning around now. Stop loss is just going to be above VWAP, probably 35. Yeah, SPY's turning around. I just never got the exact signal that I wanted. But I mean, I knew I liked it enough that I wanted something. Really, it has until low a day. I mean, it's got plenty of room right alongside the SPY. Looks like 142. 143 is definitely a big level. Can't quite see anything that might be in the way here. Maybe 142.50, 142.60-ish here. Yeah, there could be plenty of support right about here. I might want to be taking some off in front of that. See if 143 is going to be resistance now. So far so good. SPY could also be turning here, but it's too early to short the SPY too. I need to wait till I see a failed push higher, but tick's getting really red right now. Advanced decline is still moving up. Alright, SPY's dropping here. Yeah, things are starting to look pretty weak here. Alright, SPY might be curling up. SPY again. Just kind of getting hung up on these moving averages. Yeah, pre-market or 1 minute doesn't really make a difference here. I haven't gotten near enough of anything to really want to change anything. Oh my god, look at the SPY. It's alright. This could be a good spot to add, maybe. SPY just attempted to make a little push here. Facebook responded, which I don't like. I suppose I have a new stop loss. Relatively break even. Yeah, my entry really wasn't significant, so I think 10's gonna be it. Well, this looks better on Facebook, but as always, I need the SPY to be with me here. I don't know. We're gliding here. We're moving. I think I just need to hold. I'll give it till VWAP still. If it wants to touch 143 again, I could definitely add into this. We gotta see what happens up here first. Nothing yet. Hasn't touched it yet. God, look at the SPY. SPY new high day again. Facebook's still looking weak. I mean, there's just not enough of a reason for me to want to get out of this thing yet. I mean, it's responding, but it's still really weak. SPY also came back here. Got as high as 20. I definitely like that. I got it. I have to hold on to this still. 5-minute and 15-minute look great on Facebook. It's just taken a while. I mean, the SPY won't quit, but Facebook hasn't really convinced me enough that it doesn't want to go lower yet. Market looking really weak here. I really don't like that Facebook dropped underneath here. It's coming back, but it has a reason to do that. If this move fails, I'm adding. If we get back under 143, that's enough. Saw all that red. So now I'm short 300, average cost of 0.4. Stop loss is about 15 cents. So really still only risking about 50 bucks here. Spicing at the top, but it's curling down, looking lower again. Tick is turning red and looking like it wants to make new lows again. Just kind of faked out, making little highs here. I still feel like I want to give this thing to VWAP. About 35. So far I'm liking this. Alright, we got two doji candles back to back on the 5-minute. I mean, Facebook has had plenty of time to try and make a new high here. Volume's increasing too. SPY is about to make a new high day. I don't have any reasons to get super aggressive here. I mean, the SPY still hasn't turned around or done anything negative yet. So far this is looking good here though. If we can get back into the 80s. There's a hidden buyer here. God, the moving averages are still holding the SPY up. Alright, bar's gone. Hopefully we can see a little push down here. Good. Alright, I have to change my stop loss now. This trade is taking way too long for me to want to try and risk anything extra that I really don't need to be risking. So stop loss is at 21. And we've been having plenty of trouble with this area. So clearly, yesterday's after hours and swing low point are acting as pretty good support. So I think if we get a breakdown from this 70 into the 60s, I might just get all out here. Maybe just leave 50 shares to ride just in case the SPY wants to start breaking down finally. So far we're looking pretty good here. The SPY really is making a move. It's finally losing the moving averages. Right. It's finally losing moving averages. It's not giving me another false breakdown to get bought back up. Come on, man. What a headache. The urge to just take it off right now is strong, but I still think that it's got a chance. Just have to wait. Into the 60s. That's what we want. So close. Come on. Tick's looking a little green here. Might be curling down, headed lower. Okay, this is good. That's not good. Pretty sure it's a hidden. Okay. That is enough for me. I'm going to hold this 54 as long as I absolutely possibly humanly can, because if this SPY really does want to start failing here, it has plenty of room to keep going lower, and I am positive it'll help this Facebook trade out. My God. I'm a scalper, man. I can't sit through all this stuff. Either way, a good move. Finally moved. Just, really had to be patient and wait for it. I haven't even looked at another chart yet, so I don't know. There might be some more trades to take here. Tesla's really interesting here. We just broke underneath this 340. We're kind of getting stuck underneath it. I think if the SPY wants to keep doing what it's doing here, could definitely get some follow through on Tesla. I want to see it touch that 340 again though. Facebook's making a really good run there. SPY hasn't done anything. It hasn't broken down. It's just kind of going sideways. It's not doing anything. So Tesla's in kind of a weird spot here too, because VWAP's above this whole number by quite a bit. I'd like to see a little push here. Just want to see something. Don't really know where my stop is going to be yet. It's probably going to be more than 50 cents. And Tesla might just go without me. Alright, SPY's breaking down here. I might just want to short the SPY. But I mean, it's just got, what a trend, but I mean, it's got all these moving averages underneath of it. I mean, it doesn't have that much further to go until, I mean, this 20, clearly support, 5 minutes going to be acting as a 2. I don't really, see what I can do here, if it's really a smart trade or not, because we didn't get to 258 like I wanted to see from beginning of the day, because 258 is a really big level. Actually, kind of where it's at right now is a really big level, but I mean, clearly missed my chance here. Anything that is trading around VWAP is possibly in play. So BABA, no, BABA doesn't make sense to me. I'm not touching BABA. Wow, that's a lot of buying. I don't really know what to do about this one either. Facebook's got the whole number. I mean, it's not. It's got more though. I'm gonna give Facebook until the 9 EMA starts closing above it. What is going on here? like I see anything. Tesla made a decent move there. If anything, Baba's a good short. Just because the higher time frame moving averages, Baba's a good short. And clearly, I mean, the SPY's had some influence here. Maybe not. I mean, the SPY's been rising the whole time this thing's been grinding. And now that the SPY topped out, Baba's been moving up. No, I can't touch Baba. I'm leaving it alone today. I've traded Baba every single day for the past 6 days straight now. And I'm like 1 for 8 on it. I'm not touching Baba today. Baba can go away. Apple is interesting though. But again, higher time frame moving averages all sitting right underneath it. So maybe nothing there either. I got nothing for now. Okay, Facebook trade finally might be starting to close it out here. SPY just turned around and made a new high a day. But Facebook kind of followed suit here, but right now it's not. We just made a new high a day right now, and Facebook doesn't seem to be wanting to go higher with it. So maybe nothing yet, but I'll turn it back at the minute close here. Okay, Facebook's being in some trouble here. I'm probably going to have to exit here. SPY is getting ready to make another new high a day. We got close to low a day, not really. But I want to see what happens on this candle right here. So far pretty good. Moved up, stuff back underneath. SPY also might be failing here. I mean, it's at a really big daily spot. Because ultimately I'm looking at taking a SPY short here. Oh yeah, SPY's turning around right now. Facebook. A little back and forth here. See where it wants to close. Because I still like the SPY for some downside momentum here, but if we're going to keep squeezing, I'm just going to get out. That was the end of that. SPY though, I mean, it's just been getting tighter and tighter here. I mean, we just cannot seem to get above these levels. I mean, it's a really big daily spot. It's just, again, all these moving averages just right under it. I don't know, I'll come back to this. We'll see what happens later. Okay, I have to be done for the day. Was originally looking for that short here on the SPY. I mean, something came up and I wasn't able to be at my computer to take the trade, but I mean, it is almost picture perfect here. You know, came up to retest this trend line and then just stuffed, failed super hard right under. I was actually looking at it right here too, and it still looks really good for some more downside moves here. You know, it came below VWAP, came above, popped up above, decided it doesn't want to stay above the whole number, and then now we're starting to see this sell-off here. I mean, just looking at these candles, you can see this thing's about to start puking here. My only issue is the 15-minute time frame here. It's got the 50 right underneath it. The 9 was holding up for a little bit, but yeah, 10-minute too. It's just a little iffy, I guess, but I mean, overall, it's pretty clean from this point on. I mean, from over here, I think wasn't the first trade I took, but the one trade I did take on the SPY may have been, well, obviously was too early. I guess it wanted to really test and make sure that it doesn't want to get any higher here. Because looking at it here, you see yesterday the high of day was kind of around that area. And then just looking at it, you can just tell that this 258 was going to be a big level and just a little underneath. And once we started failing here, I mean, right here is when I was really interested in this thing. So one trade that I did take on it, I was looking for some kind of push to retest this 257.30 again, and once I saw this candle here getting stuffed underneath, I saw it move a little lower. Came back for a small retest, and I entered in short as I started seeing some selling coming in. But it made that push lower, and then it came right back up again. And I mean, with these moving averages coming up on it like this, you know, maybe I should have gotten out earlier. But I mean, I like this level a lot, that I wanted to stick with it. But I think, you know, looking back at it now, this level just wasn't as strong, clearly, as it was here, because it still had that 20-30 cents to go until it wanted to test that yesterday's high a day in 258, and close as it could to it anyway. So obviously just a little too early on it. I mean, I only took a 75 hit on it, so it wasn't terrible. But first trade that I took on the day was through Baba. Was on a symmetrical triangle trade here. Just kind of see that. Maybe not the cleanest, but either way, it was setting up for something. I just looked for it to kind of retest all of this in here, acting as really good support. It made that bounce, and then it came right back from yesterday's close here, and I entered in long as we got closer to the whole number. But I mean, I was, you know, again, I was the top tick guy. I mean, it just immediately, just stuff failed, didn't do anything. And the whole time here, I mean, the SPY was moving up. This was 12 minutes into the day, and 12 minutes into the day, SPY just made a new high a day, still moving higher. So I mean, I thought it would be on my side, but it just wasn't. I mean, you could kind of tell just from looking at it, really. You know, I mean, the SPY is strong immediately from the open. Baba, not so much, just kind of choppy. So I mean, I guess I should have been a little more cautious on it, but overall, I like the trade enough to take it. So I don't know. It wasn't terrible. I mean, you know, once we got above all these moving averages, I mean, it looked good. I mean, I just didn't get what I wanted to see out of it. Then Facebook was the real good one. Originally looking for an entry somewhere closer to this VWAP, but never really quite got it. I wanted to see one more final test, but I mean, whenever I was looking at this thing, I was just telling myself, you know, this thing could go either way if I get my entry or not. So I just hopped in 100 shares to start, just to catch some kind of move, if anything, you know, even if it was like 30-40 bucks. But I mean, this thing took forever. Mainly it was because the SPY. I mean, the SPY during this entire time was just sitting towards high a day, and it was just failing constantly to break down. So I mean, I was stuck holding on to this thing for forever. But I mean, I stuck to it. I mean, it looked good each and every minute. Still, I just had to be patient and wait for it to give me a new high or a new low or something. So we ended up making this little squeeze up here, failed to reach above this high, but the main thing was that it got above this 143 and then it failed. So once we started getting back towards that 143, I added in another 200, and looks like I got a pretty nice fill there, because if I remember right, I think it was at 143.01 that I actually clicked the button. Either way, I mean, from that point on, it just made that move. Where is it? So this was at 1040-ish. So on the SPY at 1040. Yeah, I mean, still really nothing special on the SPY either. But I stuck to it. I mean, I took off the majority as soon as we made this break, because I was just not trying to force anything. I mean, I want to let it go as long as it can. I mean, clearly. And ended up just absolutely falling apart here. But I mean, I'm not expecting this. I'm expecting a move to move. I mean, for all I know, the SPY could have just held and started bouncing, because I mean, the SPY really didn't break down until right about here. So I mean, right after I got out of this final position, that's when the SPY finally started to make that move. But my plan for the partial was just to take it as we saw a close above the 9 EMA. I mean, I got like a little bit more than a point out of it, so I can't complain about that. But I mean, I certainly would never expect the rest of this to go down like it did. But Tesla, again, just seeing tons of setups on Tesla the past couple of days here, and I really cannot get a good entry in on it. I mean, it came back here to retest this 340, and it just never got as high to continue that short. But I mean, plenty of opportunity in here somewhere. But I finished the day +5. I mean, I'm really just trying to get on it. I mean, I'm trying to get full size on these trades, you know. Baba, I got full size, fine, good, great, no problem. Facebook tried to get full size, never got the opportunity. Just, it was never good enough after my point of entry for me to want to really try and get full size on. I mean, you know, here I could have maybe gotten bigger, but at this point, we had already, you know, tested this low twice and we just broke down underneath it. It just wasn't good enough for me to say, you know, this is a really big trade right here. I need to get as big as I can. But I added a little bit. I mean, I knew it looked good, just not good enough. But I mean, made the move, did what it did, fine, whatever. Just a really annoying day, honestly. This whole week has been kind of tough. But I mean, I've written down things I need to work on, what I need to do. So each day is getting closer and closer to kind of getting back to my A+ state of mind. So finishing it up here. Thanks for watching. Be back tomorrow.